Magic Superstars. So yesterday I did a tutorial, a silk press tutorial on myself. It went very well. I liked it. However, my ends were not clipped. And I didn't say this yesterday, but I don't clip my ends until the day after I do a silk press when it is time to clip my ends. Like I said yesterday, I clip my ends every 6 to 8 weeks. So I just wanted to show you a video of the next day of when I did my silk press. And I came back in and I clipped them. Clip the ends, see, they're all clipped and healthy. All that, the back clipped. Like I said yesterday, my hair is layered. So I have several layers. I went in there and put my layers back in. I'm going to recurl it, which you all will see later. And yeah, that's my hair. So very healthy, like I told y'all. Just yesterday it wasn't clipped, so it might not have appeared to be healthy, but it is. You can go in there and see. And like I told y'all yesterday, I leave this part long because I like it to have a little, like, you know, swoop like in here. But all of this I keep kind of short up in here because I like it to be tall, which you'll see in just a minute. I'm going to put some curls in my hair. You'll see in just a minute. But yeah, see, nice and healthy. So if you looked at yesterday's video, you might, she ain't clip. I don't know about this hairstylist. Look, you see, I'm clipped. And this is the length. I actually like my hair. My hair grows longer than this. I've cut it shorter than this, but this is actually the length that I really love. Maybe just a little, I might let it grow out a little bit longer. That's it. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a minute. I feel like a news reporter. This just in our local news. And now over to you, Pat, for the weather. Hi, my Magic Superstars. It's your girl, Malika, aka Miss Magic. Okay, ladies, some of y'all need to hear this. You do not need Saran wrap or plastic baggies to put on your head and go under the dryer for 10 minutes any longer. Maybe I should get my liquor cut out the back shot. Okay, let's begin. Okay, full disclaimer. I am not telling you to stop using your plastic bags. I am not telling you to stop using your saran wrap. Some people are totally comfortable with that. They don't like change, or they feel like, no, bitch, it is acceptable for me to use my saran wrap or my plastic baggies, and that's fine. If that's the way you do hair, that is fine. I used to do it all the time. I just learned that it's not really necessary anymore. And for me to tell you why, I have to give you a history lesson. So we about to go back. In 1872, Francis Marcel Grateau, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Grateau, I think, invented the pressing comb. Woo! And I mean, it changed everyone's life. He is also where we got the term Marcel irons from. I grew up on Marcel irons. That's what I started with when I was in school, so it actually warms my heart. Elroy J. Duncan invented the first pressing comb in America. Then in 1886, Dr. Scott's electric curler was the first to be advertised in a Bloomingdale's catalog. We're moving on up. So unfortunately, from slavery on down to, I want to say, the 70s, our hair was frowned upon. The nappy, kinky roots, white people called that ugly. I want to say, well, I'll say the Europeans called that ugly, and ingrained it so in our brains that our hair was ugly, and we wanted to look so much like the Europeans that was the reason why the pressing comb was so endured to us, because we were able to get our hair straight like them, and we were able to shake our hair like them and emulate them, because that's all we knew. That's all we thought we wanted. But, you know, things change. In 1909, Garrett Augustus Morgan invented the relaxer. Get it? He was trying to find a solution to clean out sewing machines. And he came upon that. He came upon the creamy crack, baby. And he said, oh, what's this? I got something here. And he started trying it on dogs. And the dog's hairs were straightening. So he was like, I got something here. Hello, and he invented relaxer. He started the G.A. Morgan Refining Company and started selling his products to blacks and mixed women around the country. There you have it. We were able to get our hair straight with pressing combs, and we were able to get our hair straight with relaxers. It was live, and if you didn't apply it right, you were going to burn your whole scalp off, but it was invented. And from there came stylists doing relaxers all the time, and they started putting conditioning agents in the lye and making it a little bit better, but still, we all know relaxer is very harsh to the hair. They started coming out with the no lye, which I learned at school. No lye is a lie because all of it has lye in it, but it's just a safer version of lye, but it's still lye, and it still was taking people's hair out if they didn't use it correctly. But if used correctly, relaxer is okay. It's not going to kill you. You just have to go to a licensed professional that knows what the hell they're doing so they will not burn your hair out. But that's neither here nor there. So around 1969, the Civil Rights Movement came about, and our African American sisters were getting it together, baby. We was doing it. I'm talking about the Black Panther movement. I'm talking about they brought back Black is Beautiful. They ain't bring it back. We ain't never have it. They started it. Black is beautiful. Be yourself. Be who you are. People were throwing down their pressing combs, and they were they were just doing the afro. So then in the late 1970s, sisters started getting tired of the afro look. We got bored. So people started putting braids in their hair, cornrows and different braided styles. And that became really popular. People were still, of course, doing their pressing curls and their relaxers, but the Black movement the Black movement, Civil Rights movement was still going on, but people got a little tired of their hairstyles. So back to the pressing curls and perms. Women were wearing page boys with their pressing curls and different little styles with their little pressing curls, but a lot of women started doing roller sets that became popular in the 60s, and that was popular with white women as well. They would just roll their hair up, the white women, and with Europeans, let me stop calling them white women. Europeans would roll up their hair and get under the dryer, and we would put our perms in and roll up our hair and get under the dryer. And then once our hair dried, the hairstylists would take out the rollers and style your hair accordingly. And that was fine because that was the look of the late 60s, 70s if you weren't in the Black movement and you didn't have the afro or cornrows, and the 80s as well. Now let's get to the 90s. It's getting interesting. So in 92, I graduated from hair school, and I was wide-eyed and bushy tails. Oh my goodness. All through hair school, I did freeze curls. Oh my God. That was so damaging to our hair, but it was sharp. I used to do the best freeze curls. And if you don't know what that is, that's rows and rows and rows of little curls stacked up. I'm talking about some of my girls wanted stacked up the hair. And then you'd have a little bob. And then some people would get the asymmetrical with a long on this side. And I stack them freeze curls up and go all the way around to the side. Oh, I'm reminiscing because those were the days, baby. And I would do feather ponytails. The ponytails became popular. Feather ponytails, all different styles. But I'm getting off key. The wrap. Okay, that came out, and everybody was like, "What is that?" And I had to learn because I'm a hairstylist. I have to learn. Did I go to a class? I probably did because I went to a lot of classes back then. It simply was relaxing your client's hair if they needed a relaxer. Putting in, we didn't have the foam wrap, but we had setting lotion. A lot of body. Y'all know it. The Lottie Body is still out, but I'm going back to the old hairstyles. If you know about Lottie Body, shout it out. It used to come in a big old jug, and it was purple. And you had to pour in 1/4 into a bottle, and then you filled the rest of it with water. Anybody? Anyway, you fill the rest of it with water, okay? And then you use your spray bottle, and you spray it on your client's hair all around after you wash them. And then you would continue to wrap their hair in a circle real good. Some people use gel, And I never was a fan of the gel method, but because when it dried, you had to comb out all that damn gel. But once you combed out all the gel, it still had that wrap. So you would wrap it up around in a circle like you wrap your hair when you go to sleep at night. And then put them under the dryer. And if you use gel, it's going to take about 2-3 hours. They didn't care. The girls didn't care because they wanted their hair to look good. Okay, so then you do that. And then once you take your client from the dryer, you comb it down. And it's put a little part in wherever they wanted the part. Part down the middle wasn't popular then. They were on the side. And you comb it straight down. So people who had some 4A's or 3C's or whatever, you could just comb it down and it'd be so silky and bouncy. I mean, it would look beautiful, and you wouldn't need to flat iron it. Well, the flat irons weren't really out yet. We had Marcel flat irons, but it still was kind of new. So what you would do is you would get your big, oh, I wish I had it here. Damn, it's at the shop. There was a Marcel that was big. It was what number was it? If y'all know the number of it, shout it out. It was big, and you put that in the iron. So you comb down they wrap, and then you'd go over with that big barrel iron and bump it. So and put some body in, and you could just put like some people we started putting a big roller up here when we wrap it, and that would give you that hump, that bump, because there was a style where it was flat down, and everybody was flat, and they were like, I don't want my hair flat. So you get that big roller, and then you like comb. It'd be a bump here, poofed up just like this, and then you comb the wrap over it like that. Y'all remember that? Yeah, I'm starting to remember. Yes, and then that was the wrap. And I mean, that shit was popular from the 90s damn near all the way. So, yeah, it was the wrap. It was all about the wrap. So then in the 2000s, everybody gets bored with crap. People were like, this wrap is so flat. I'm just trying to get something else. You know what I'm saying? And of course, spirals started coming out. We were doing the spiral curls with the rollers and spiral curls with the curling iron. And then crimps came out, and we were doing the crimps and all of that. And that was all good. Everything, like I said, was relaxer. You needed a relaxer for all of this. Nothing was natural. And then the roller wrap. The roller wrap came out. Because people was like, my hair ain't bouncy. I'm not feeling this or whatever. So I went to a class on roller wrap. So what that was now you took the setting lotion and you went back to the 60s, 1960s, and you roller set your client's hair. So when they came from the dryer, yes, they looked like a grandma. Everybody looked like grandma. You took the rollers out. They had all the rollers like your grandma and everything. However, what you did now was once the rollers came out, you wrapped it. So you took the rollers out, and their hair's all grandma-y, whatever, and you wrap it around in a circle, and you put Saran wrap on there. Well, back then, we were not putting Saran wrap on it. What was we doing? I think we started with just neck strips. Yeah. Oh, a hairnet. We put hair nets on it. Yes. Okay. So you take the rollers out and you wrap it around and you put a hairnet on, and then you sit them on the dry for like 15 minutes or whatever. And that was so that the curl would relax, because they don't want to look like grandma. They just want it to bounce. You don't want to look like grandma, but you do want your hair to be bouncy. So you took the hairnet off after 15 minutes, combed it back down, and they still have a lot of bounce, but a lot of curls. And it was pretty, but they still kind of wanted that wrap look. The main thing is they wanted that wrap look, but they didn't want it to be stuck to their head. They wanted it to be bouncy. So they go home and they wrap their own hair up. And by the next day, it'll be what they wanted. It'll be the nice bouncy wrap, real pretty. And that was hot. That was hot. And so I think over time we learned to get it a little bit more silky. You could use plastic. We were using plastic bags. We were using plastic bags, and that worked. That was cool. And that's with the perm. So then you'd wrap their hair with the roller wrap, and you put plastic on, and you sit them on dry. You didn't need to do 15, 20 minutes. You only do like about 5. I don't even know why people do 10, but 5 minutes is fine. And it'd come out and it'd be like, ooh, okay, the oils, the heat with the Saran wrap made them made the hair very silky. That's great. So that's what we did for a while with the roller wrap. I'm sorry. I need another drink. So then, I'm not sure of the exact year, but the Marcel flat iron came out. And now we could blow dry our clients' hair and give them a wrap, which took 2 hours time off of them sitting in the dryer. So you blow dry your client's hair and you flat iron it, and then they still have some bounce to their hair because you blow dried it now, so it's still fluffy. You use a little product, oil sheen. We were using spray oil sheen. And you would just flat iron your client's hair, and then you could give them the roller up here. You could do that with the Marcels. And they'd have that wrap look. Instead of looking at grandma, it was a wrap. So they could go home and wrap it themselves, and that was fine. So fast forward, the natural look came back. But before the natural look came back, the afro came back. I'm moving ahead, but it was more so for men. So in the 2000s, the afro came back, and men were wearing afros, and some women were wearing afros, and I think locks started to become popular at this time. So the natural movement was moving ahead, and I want to say that was the early 2000s. The natural started coming, and women was like, I want to try locks, or I want to get out this relax, or I want to just see what's going on. So the natural movement started. Everybody knows women's natural movement started, and people start wearing their natural hair and throwing the perm out and saying, I'm done with that, and just wearing their natural hair, because weave started. And weave started getting better and less expensive, so women could wear weave now. And let's just say when I was in high school in the 80s, wearing a wig like grandma was taboo. Didn't nobody wear no damn wig. You're like, a wig? I'm not wearing no wig. However, like I say, the early 90s, weave started coming out. Ooh, it was horrible too. It was some horrible ass weave. That shit they used to call it was it kinky? Yeah, so you had straight and you had kinky. And they would say, well, buy the kinky, because the kinky you could just use with the curl iron and it'll look more like your hair. And I used a lot of kinky on people, but that shit was horrible. But we used it. And women started wearing wigs again. And wigs were kind of okay to use. So people was wearing weave and wigs. It started back like it wasn't taboo anymore. But me being from my era, I was like, I'm not wearing no wig. And I damn sure, I did a little weave. I dabbled in weave, but I wasn't a big weave fan, because I'm just like, that's old school. But it started getting slowly but surely new school. Like, some of my clients were like, just put 2 pieces in the back because I want my hair to be a little longer, or put a piece in the front because I want all this to be short and I just want the bang in front. So okay, fine, bring the weave, I'll put it in or whatever. And that's what would happen. So with this coming out and people using wigs, they just didn't put perms in their hair. They let it go natural, and voila, the natural movement started. And thank God it did. Thank God the natural movement started. I still had a relaxer though. Okay, here we are. 2011. Farouk. Chi flat iron. That's when I discovered it. 2011. The Chi flat iron, which stands for cationic hydration interlink. I should know that. Cationic hydration interlink. Used along with his BioSilk, at that time he hadn't invented Chi Silk. It was just the BioSilk that he had invented. If you put those two together, the hair would create this beautiful, it was supposed to, that's what it was said, this beautiful silky look, relaxed. Yeah, was he putting up on it for relaxed hair? I mean, he didn't say. He's from Palestine, but he's American. At that time, I wasn't really doing natural hair, so I guess I just used it on relaxed hair. But I really didn't know what BioSilk was. I didn't know any of that. I just knew I had to have it. I think at that time a Chi iron was $149, and you really had to be rocking and rolling as a hairstylist to afford that. I bought that sucker because I was rocking and rolling as a hairstylist, and I wanted it. And I said, and when I got it, I was like, oh, the heavens opened up. I was so happy. I don't even think I used the silk, because at that time, I can't even remember. I mean, it was 2011. That's a while ago. I don't even think the silk came with it. Fast forward, I'm like every year I had to buy a cheat iron, but we'll get into that in a minute. Let's just say it didn't come with it. So I'm using that on relaxed hair. And this is a new system. This is a ceramic flat iron. Like Farouk Shami was the first person to invent this. And this was groundbreaking. This flat iron withheld the moisture in your hair. It did not let that, it sealed the moisture. And it really didn't even matter if you put silk in it. If you had a relaxer, you could put any type of oil in. You had to be careful not to put too much oil in it. Because if you put too much oil in the hair, once you did the flat iron pass, it could be oily if you put too much hair in it, because it literally sealed in the moisture. So I was doing my wraps with that, and everybody was loving it. Oh, my clientele went up 3,000. Thank you, Farouk. Went up 3,000%, and that was great. So then after that, people 2011 to 2014. I want to say 2000 and see, I wasn't on the natural movement. I know people started really kind of going natural and staying natural after they took out their little braids, because that's when the poetic justice, whatever time that was, everybody was getting the box braids, and they let their relaxers grow out. And when they took their box braids out, they didn't want the relaxer anymore, so they wanted to go natural. And that's when the natural movement started, and people were going natural, and it was beautiful and all of that, boo boo boo. But then people started saying, well, I want my hair, I want to get my hair get straight. And people said, well, I could use this new flat iron I got. It's called a Chi, and it gets my client's hair pretty straight with the relaxer. So I'm pretty sure, while it's time for them, how we found out, when we found out, people who hadn't got a relaxer in a while, like, well, I can straighten your edges with my flat iron, and I'll straighten the edges out. Oh, you know what was big too? No. Let me stop, because I'm tripping. So people start coming in with their natural hair, and I just start blow drying the hair. And my dog, Kobe, be quiet. People started coming in with their natural hair, and they were saying, can you straighten this? I'm like, I'm a hairstylist. Sure. So I would blow dry their hair as straight as I could get it, and then I used my Chi, and I would use the silk that came with it, and I would do the roller set method with the Chi, because I'm like, I better roller set it and do the roller wrap thing, so that I'm sure when I wrap it up, it'll come out bouncy. And I was doing it, and it was working. Like, I would do the flat iron and use, make sure it go all like I'm doing a roller set, flat iron, but I'd make a curl, because the Chi had a beveled edge, which the cheaper flat irons that came out didn't have. First of all, they didn't have ceramic plates, and then they didn't have the beveled edge, so there was no way to do a curl with those cheap flat irons. And that's what I would do. I would roll their hair with the Chi, put them under the dryer, and not put them in the dryer. Roll their hair with the Chi, comb it out, brush it out, comb it out, wrap it up in a wrap, put the ceramic on, and put them under the dryer for 10 minutes, bring them out, and comb it down, and of course they were beautiful. But as time evolved, you start coming out with, and it just wasn't Chi, they start coming out with titanium, they start coming out with all types of crap. They got the flat, I done had all of them. The flat iron that you put the little water in. I think Chi had one. Chi came out with titanium. Chi came out with a better ceramic. And the thing about Chi is that was my first ceramic flat iron, so I was in love with it. But it had a 1-year shelf life for hairstyles. 1 year. Every year that Chi would just die on cue. Every year it would die. And I would have to spend another $149. After a couple of years, it went down to $100. And then after that, I could get it for as cheap as $79, I think. And that was fine because I loved my Chi. But then once the titanium started coming out and other people start perfecting the ceramic and prices start getting cheaper and cheaper, we don't even get into her style and those scams. But it was a bunch of scam artists that would be in malls and they would sell people these irons for $200 and they would be crap. But we ain't even gonna get into her style. That was a scam of the century. They got my mother. I was so pissed. But anyway, the prices started going down and the irons got better. Prices down, irons better. So that was a good thing. And so over the years, I've had 50 flat irons. I mean, from when I stopped using Chi, I forgot the first iron I bought and I was like, oh my God, it's not a Chi. My client's going to kill me. Their hair not going to be right. And I don't even remember what the first flat iron was, but it worked out great. It was great. And it was half the price of a Chi. So there you go. Getting to the future. I'm here. I'm here. I'm finally here. I know I talk a lot, but I'm finally here. These irons, along with silk, work so well. The reason why you do not need the Saran wrap, after a while, I'm like, why am I using this Saran wrap? The purpose of a flat iron, these ceramics and titaniums and benzenites and whatever the heck plates they are, is to seal in the moisture. That is what we buy them for. That's what they do. They seal in the moisture. That was the original reason why we would wrap our clients' hair with Saran wrap and plastic baggies, would be to seal in the moisture. You no longer have to do that. That's what the flat iron does. It seals in the moisture. If you flat iron the hair correctly, as you see, I don't put no plastic bag on my head. My moisture is in there, boo. It's in there. It in there. So you don't need my client. This is how my client's hair looks. Silky, smooth, beautiful. I don't Saran wrap anyone anymore. Half my clients trying to get the hell up out of there. So they ain't trying to go in the dry for no 10 extra minutes. You don't need to. But once again, like I said in the beginning, if that's what you do and that's what you want to do, I am not knocking you for it. That's fine. And I'm going to give an exception too. I am going to give an exception. 4Zs. Sometimes they need a little extra love because they hair. Ooh, I love me some 4Zs because they got the best hair in the world. I mean, you could do anything to that, especially in shortcuts, but I'm going off key. But 4Zs need a little love, a little extra care. So you could do them, but I don't even do them because I get their hair so silky. I don't need to do all that. But yep, not needed. I know it took a long time for me to get there. I gave you a history lesson along the way. Give me a little sip on my way out the door. If you have any questions, you want to talk to me about the irons, you want to talk to me about anything, just let me know. Oh, I got to talk about the giveaway. And like I stated in my first 2 videos, I am doing a 7-day giveaway. Today is the 3rd day. So all you have to do is subscribe and comment on this video and tell me what you thought about it. Ask me a question. Today's giveaway, I will be giving away banana clips like I used in my second video to silk press my hair. I'm going to give a package away to the random 3 comments. And let me tell y'all something. I know I'm new to YouTube. I'm new to YouTube, but I'm true to this game. Like I said, I'm a 20-year plus hairstylist. I've been doing hair for a long, long time. I know YouTube isn't probably promoting me to a lot of people, and people aren't seeing me because no one has commented. And that's okay because I like to talk. I'm going to do this regardless. I love it. But if you do happen to come across me, what I'm going to do is a bonus. The first person to comment on any one of my videos will get an extra special surprise. But you must be subscribed. But you will get an extra special surprise. I still will be selecting the random comments if I get any. But like I said, first person will get something very special. And that's in each of the 7 videos, which closes April 1st, 2019. If no one comments by April 1st, 2019, nobody ain't gonna get nothing. I mean, I ain't got to reach in my pocket and give away. I'm just trying to give away products that I use, might help you along the way, whatever. But you go watch those first 2 videos. Check out this video, subscribe, comment. There will be a lot more infomercials, informative messages, tutorials, shop life, because I got plenty. Oh, we got good shop life. Like I said, I'm on YouTube now. I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying. I love it. Even though I don't really have that many views and I don't have no comments, but I'm loving it because I get to talk to you. I get to talk to somebody. I got 2 sons. I have a husband. I got a whole shop. But they frown at me when I start talking to myself because I talk to myself a lot. But up in my office, I be in here just talking to myself. And I'm like, get your ass on YouTube. But I'm going to do a whole nother story time of why I was supposed to get on YouTube like 10 years ago and didn't do it, and what brought me to getting on YouTube now. And I'm so happy I did it. I wish I would have did it 10 years ago, but that's neither here nor there. We're not going to go back in the past. But once again, thanks for watching. If you make it to my channel, I'm so glad you're here. Please subscribe and hey, see my future videos. Love you. Peace. I'm out.